Welcome back to Christina's Keeeeny Moments. On today's episode, we are doing vision boards and dyeing more fabric. Watch to find out the intricacies of my art practice. Happy New Year and enjoy.
It's not gonna fit.
Oh, I like how you're doing it. Shit, that's hot.
I don't need no fucking
I believe it's better to remove things from your life first before we add things, because it's easy to think of all the things we want to do and add, like the yoga and the meditation and stuff like that, but it's like, it's really hard to do that when you're just piling it on top of your life that's already full. Like, let's remove stuff first, make the space, and then add stuff. So I'm just going to name a few outs of 2026, what we're not going to do. The first one is we're not going to analyze anything. Like, I think it's good to reflect, and I'm always going to be a reflective person. However, I'm not going to analyze anything sitting down. I'm only going to figure it out by actually doing it. No more wasting time and causing stress for myself in that way. I was just saying, this looks like the best year of my life. The next one is I've decided not to plan too far ahead. Every time I've made a plan recently or tried to start a schedule or a routine, something comes up and I always can't do it. And it just stresses me out. So I'm not going to plan low-key anything. I'm just going to have this list of things that I need to do. And when the time comes up, I'm going to do them. Done. That's it. I like what Leo Skippy said recently of his New Year's resolution is when he has the thought to do something or an action he needs to take, he does it in that moment. No delaying or postponing, like he's creating that movement within his life. So for me, I'm going to try do that same thing, just doing the thing without complaining or worrying how it's inconvenient or what if I don't do it 100%. Just freaking do it. Like, there's no, that's it. Like, we're just doing stuff. We're being that way. We're not sitting there and thinking. We're just doing it. We've sat and thought long enough. Today we are dyeing more fabric. We're dyeing all of this today. Double-sided, because that's just what I do. I paint on all of the fabric. Why spend so much money on expensive fabric and then only use one side? I've got a lot of cups ready, filled with paint, because it saves so much time. And that's how quickly the paint goes. Now I need to sit and do it again, mix the colors again. We are becoming students again because I'm not in uni anymore. I'm a graduate, Bachelor's of Fine Arts. I have to become a student all over again. I'm building a website where I can sell this work on. I have to learn how to build the website from scratch. There's many things that I'm learning to do for the first time here, and I've been describing it as building the wheels on the car so that I can drive. And I think also in relationships, you want to feel like a student with them. You don't want to feel like you are the teacher or they are the teacher. That's the worst. That's something that I look for the most in relationships and friendships is, can they teach me something I don't know? Yeah, I enjoy doing the exhibition works. There's a lot more freedom. I can, because it's bigger. So if it's when it's on a smaller work, if I throw the paint, it's gonna take up a lot of space much quicker. So I don't have as much room to make mistakes when it's small. But when it's big, you don't even notice there's a mistake there. And what is a mistake? A mistake is the color doesn't turn out the way I want it to. Even if you're mixing like blue and red becoming purple, the more paint that you put in it, the muddier it becomes. Like, it's not this bright color anymore. How do I tell when the work is done? I don't really know. Like, because with this, like, I don't know what it's meant to look like. It just starts happening. It's usually when there's, see right now, like, it doesn't look done to me. There's a lot of like negative space. And sometimes that's good, but it's also, it becomes quite intense once I paint the lines over it. If there's a lot of negative space, your eye doesn't really know where to look. What I've noticed with this kind of work, abstract, is that it's actually a lot harder than it looks because, yeah, I'm just throwing colors on fabric. However, what happens is I start to build habits of using the same colors, the same combination of colors, the same kind of throw and the same kind of lines, same kind of dots, and this repetition is not interesting. You want it to be different. It does require thinking of, how do I do that? And I tend to do pink, purple, blue. Those are the colors that I feel the best with. I love those colors. And I know them really well, and that is a flaw in a way. So yeah, I just have to remind myself, because you can get into this flow of just like more, keep going, and it's important to, you know, throw some yellow in there. One time I had a lecturer say, "Oh, I didn't realize your work was meant to be good." I think he means that he thought that I was just playing around, that it's more of this abstract expression, like it doesn't need to be anything, but it does. Yeah, it's meant to look good. I want the work to make you feel something, and that's why I do colors and abstract lines, because that's what emotion looks like to me. The variation in colors, the big gestures, the small gestures, it reflects how emotions move within the body.